what I really learned from my father, my dad would talk the same way to a judge as he would to
Yeah.
the guy cleaning the court after, and that's my biggest lesson I learned from him. Is just like people are people, and it's also, I always find that also with people, you've met some incredible people in your time, and like
Sure.
you sit at these tables with people very important, leaders of industry or very creatively very successful people, whatever. But and you can let yourself sort of people freeze often against around people like that. I'm like, that man or that woman, it's just a person. They have the same.
Yeah.
Why do we have to be like,
Yeah.
And also what I think I find a great in for me when I find myself in those situations with dinners or whatever it is, finding a common denominator, and often it's sport. Like often
Yeah.
for
Yes,
me,
sport.
you get someone
Massive.
talking like, oh, I hear you, or like golf is a huge one. It's like, and often because of those sort of higher upper echelons of society or whatever, usually they do play golf. So there's usually an in of like, I'm sitting beside this dude who's like 60-year-old, like billionaire who owns this studio that I'm doing this movie for, or whatever. I'm like, do you like golf? Yeah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And
All
then
right.
just and there's everything else is taken away. It's, dude. Well, I'll go on YouTube and be like, right, top 3 like slice fixes, and I'll find what's the shortest video, and I'll be like, there's one that's like 11 minutes. I'm like, I'm not giving 11 minutes to fix my slice. What's this one? I'll be like, this one's 2 minutes 30.
Perfect.
That works for me. I'm sat in the car about to pick up the kids. I'm like, 2.5 minutes, perfect. I'll watch it and I'll be like, right, yeah, I'll try that. You go to the range or go down to the golf room, whatever. It works. You're there, and
It
it
always
works. And
does.
you're like,
First,
oh my God,
first couple of
quick,
times it works, and then the
mate,
band-aid falls
quick
off.
fix. That's it. That is it. And you get to the driving range and it works for a bit, and then you take it out in the course and it works for the first hole, and you go, today's the day. Here I go. It just boomed it down the middle, and then you shoot 30 over. I love watching golf. Love watching women's golf. I feel you learn more watching women's golf and the tempo. Like they all have a good tempo.
Oh yeah.
There's no one. They're all like, no one's erratic. It's kind of amazing to watch. So no, I watch it all. I love it all.